God. Hillary's going to come up and share a few words with us, and then we're going to move into the sharing time. People that are guests in our church, it's really lovely to have you. You think, what on earth is this? It's people just sharing something of the reality for them about their relationship with God. Today we're thinking about giving thanks for Bradford. I mean, for me, I came to Bradford as a student. That doesn't seem that long ago to me, but actually it was. My intention was to go back home to Belfast, but I met a Yorkshireman. And I stayed. So I have a lot to be grateful to Bradford. It's not just been the odd friend has pointed out to me that I'm married to the most patient man on the planet. And that's true, as any of you have met him. And Simon is always saying that we're a right odd bunch of people that God has called together in this place by all sorts of different means to serve him here. So I'll let Hilary speak, and then I just need to hear from you all about what God has been doing and what Bradford means to you.
Oops, sorry. I don't really have a great deal to say because it was only yesterday that John said, I don't think I'll be there tomorrow. Can you say something? Which didn't give me a lot of time because we were here having a film and pie and peas and everything else that we had last night. But I just thought, well, it's harvest. And what does harvest mean to us? And I thought Lorraine, brilliant for this morning, Lorraine. That was excellent because I don't know about you. When I was a child, we had harvest festivals at school as well as at church. And we all used to bring a cabbage or something, you know. And then you'd all troops around taking it to the old people down the road or whatever. It meant very little, to be honest. Doing this now, if you say we're having a harvest festival, do people know what that means, really? I brought some tins in. We can give them away. But where have those tins come from? Yeah, you ask anybody, they've come from Asda or Morrison's or wherever. But before they got there, and Lorraine, we don't know these days where our stuff comes from. We don't realise. And this summer has been an amazing summer for us, hasn't it, with the hot weather. But for the farmers and the fields, it's been pretty rubbish, really. They couldn't get, the soil was too hard, the things wouldn't grow properly. And they struggled, and they've struggled for a harvest. That doesn't really affect me here in this room. But go back a few years, and it would have affected us greatly. And in some lands, it affects people to the fact that if there's not got a good harvest, they don't eat. And we are so, so, so fortunate here that no matter what, all that we do, and I'm as guilty as anybody else, you look at that and the farmers say, we're going to have a great problem here because they can't get the potatoes out. We're going to say, well, that'll put prices up then, won't it? And that's the only way, in effect, that it affects me, a bad harvest here in this land. But it affects other people in lots of different ways, the farmers and other people. And I think I just want us to be, for myself, I need to be a lot more aware and a lot more grateful for what we've got here that we can give. And for Lorraine, they're just showing us where it comes from. It all comes from God in the first place. It all comes from God. There's a bit of earth and a bit of seed and a bit of, if it were just there, it wouldn't happen. But because God puts it together in the right proportions, in the right way, it grows. We get a harvest and we've got stuff to give away. And that we're all really, I just thought harvest is so important. And it's one of those things that we sit in elders, and I don't know if you say, are we having harvest? When are we doing harvest? You know, and it's not that high up in your head, and it should be one of the main things, really, I think, that it's so important because it's God's bounty, it's God's goodness to us, and we have to remember that. And for all we do and all we don't do, wherever we want. You can look in the cupboard, we can all do it, and we can nip out to the shop and get something that we haven't got. And there'd have been a time when you couldn't do that. And there's times in some lands that they can't do that now. So I think I just want to remember other people really that can't have what we've got. So I just wanted to put that in you, just to you, that's all. Are we going into a sharing time now? Can I kick it off then? I've got something to